Welcome to every movie I've ever seen. This is a special March Madness edition where throughout the month of March I'm going to be reviewing Clive Owen movies tournament style to figure out which one is best. Now the movie I'm talking about today is The Boys Are Back. Now this is hopefully the last Clive Owen movie that I'm going to have to watch this year. I feel like I pretty much got all the Clive Owen movies. There was some movie Bent, I think, which came out before Croupier, and I didn't end up seeing that one. And besides that, there were movies where he's like in a supporting role, something like a Gemini Man or Closer, which no way in hell I'm watching Gemini Man. I think Sin City falls into that category. And then there's other movies where he's kind of like the male lead in a movie where the main character is a female. He's in like some Angelina Jolie movie. So I've pretty much watched like 90% of the movies where Clive Owen is the lead, I feel. But yeah, so this movie is Words and Pictures. This is the last Clive Owen movie. I'm done I'm done watching all the movies, so now it's just going to be figuring out which one is the winner, which will be the next few videos. But this movie, Clive Owen plays a father who he's raising a young son, and the mother just dies of something. I don't know what, maybe they say it, I wasn't really paying attention, but anyway, the mother dies, and he's like a journalist, I think, a writer for like a newspaper, a sports writer potentially. I know he is supposed to be writing about a volleyball game, but he pretends to do that. He doesn't, I don't know, maybe he's just a journalist in general, but anyway. So he's raising his young son, and he's honestly just trying to like do his best to raise his son, while also connecting to his first son from a previous marriage, played by George McKay. Young-looking George McKay. I wonder if this is one of his earlier roles, but I feel like this was only like early 2010s, maybe late 2000s. I don't know. He does look pretty young in this, but yeah, so he's just kind of trying his best to raise his kids, and he's just, figuring it out after his parents died. He's got his mother-in-law who's helping him out sometimes, but I feel like he doesn't kind of want to rely on her too much, because they don't completely get along. But yeah, the movie's, the movie's fine. It's good, I guess. It never really hit emotionally as it could have, but there were a lot of decent performances by the cast. I mean, Clive Owen and George McKay are the only people I actually, recognized or knew. Maybe I was supposed to know some of the other people in it, but I didn't. There weren't a whole lot of people in the cast. But yeah, it was fine. I don't know, it was nothing all that special, but it was a well done movie, I would say. So, it didn't hurt to watch. It wasn't boring or too long. It was passable, which is what more can you ask for? Passable. After January of being crappy movies, February being okay, and whole month of March of Clive Owen, and now looking at what I got ahead of me for April, passable is okay. So this movie would go up against yesterday's movie, which was Hemingway and Gellhorn. Of course, this movie moves on. Hemingway and Gellhorn was boring as hell, so this movie will move on to the quarterfinals where it will face Clive Owen's most famous movie, Children of Men. So that will be the quarterfinals, which will probably be out tomorrow, and then I'll have some semifinals out soon, and then the finals will be out the last day of March, and then I'll move on to April. So yeah, but yeah, The Boys Are Back moves on to face Children of Men in the quarterfinals, and I guess that's all I've got to say about The Boys Are Back. Still trying to still gonna work on this lighting situation. It's somewhat low on the priority list right now, but it's something I'll be working on at some point soon. Until then, yeah, that's all I've got to say about The Boys Are Back.